You're
Who'd you
overrated.
beat?
You're
You're 2 and
overrated.
3. Brent Key is literally Jeff Collins 2.0. Don't you throw the U upside down. Don't you freaking do it. Miami might score 100 plus. C-Dog, listen to yourself.
The Yellow Jackets are going to come in there and whoop up on you, man. And Haynes King is 10 times the quarterback that TVD is.
What's going on, Canes fans and my college football family, and welcome to the Inside Insight Show, Georgia Tech edition. This is a show where we bring on a content creator that covers our opponent each week, and I give them the opportunity to tell us a little more about their team. And I'm very excited in today's video to be joined by content creator and Georgia Tech fan, C-Dog! Y'all clap it up for C-Dog. C-Dog, I know you can't hear the clapping track. It's going to be plugged in post-production, but it's literally a standing ovation. Settle down. Settle down, everyone. Now, C-Dog, I want to go ahead and give you an opportunity here to introduce yourself, tell the college football family and Canes fans a little bit about you. And I need to let everyone know that you guys should definitely check out C-Dog's content. I am a huge fan. Big time fan of C-Dog's content. I'll link his YouTube, his Twitter, any social media stuff in my pinned comment and the description. But C-Dog, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Thanks, Coop. You know I'm a huge fan of you too. We both like to make crazy content, wild and funny content. So I really like making those type of videos. And of course, I cover the Yellow Jackets on my channel. I also talk about a lot about our rivals, be Georgia, and then all the teams we play in the ACC too. So talk about Miami plenty over there too. And I do give them a lot of hell. Just a fair warning for any Miami fans that might
Perfect.
You might see the U thrown down a couple times. It is what it is. But listen. Every time I come over here, the reception from the Canes family, I will say, is awesome. Last year I came on and you guys helped me get to 1,000 subscribers. I couldn't be more grateful. And you guys rock, and I'm super grateful to that. And we have a good time. And, of course, you get to laugh at me when my team blows it, which is quite a lot. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, you can see me over on the C-Dog channel. That's CDOGG.
I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and compliment you to start this video. C-Dog, you've definitely got some balls. I don't know, if you've heard that from many other fellow YouTubers or people in your circle, but you got some balls, C-Dog, because honestly, I almost expected you, if I didn't know you as well as I do, to possibly cancel on me.
Right.
After the Georgia Tech loss to Bowling Green, 38-27. And I saw your video. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that you were at the game and walked out of that game.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was subjected to seeing that catastrophe in person. Yeah.
So I want to ask you, for the Miami fans that, maybe missed it and just saw the final score, C-Dog, what happened? How does Georgia Tech lose to Bowling Green? How do you give up 38 unanswered points?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you a lot of the times you look at the final score and it kind of doesn't really tell the whole story. Like you don't see the game, so you can't really see what happened in the game. And the game kind of goes a little differently than just what the box score will tell you. Now, you probably think I'm going where you think I'm going with this is it wasn't that bad. No, it was worse than the box score tells you. Bowling Green dominated that game from not start to finish because we jumped out to a 14-0 lead right away. But after that, the team went to sleep, and it was the most unexplainable thing I've ever seen. And you gave me props for not disappearing, and I've I've been doing this for 3 years, and I've seen some really bad Georgia Tech performances. Like, we just got rid of Jeff Collins, who was literally the worst coach in Georgia Tech history. I'm not being like
I,
over dramatic. You can go through the history of Georgia Tech coaches. He is the worst. And we just get rid of Jeff Collins and really thought that these types of losses were through with, uh, we had some really embarrassing losses under Jeff Collins. I got to be honest, man. I think this is up there with the worst Jeff Collins losses. I mean, we lost to the Citadel, we lost to Northern Illinois. This is up there, man. This is bad. There was no signs of this coming. Like you said, we looked like a decent team. I mean, we did choke against Louisville, but Louisville's undefeated, and
they're they're number
we had them
25 in the
beat.
country now, and you guys had that. You
We
had
had
that
them beat
game.
for a half, yeah. And we were, it was like, man. And then the Old Miss game was competitive till the end, and then of course we're just coming off the huge win against Wake Forest. Man, this is unexplainable. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. It's just concerning. It's very concerning. And the best guess I can have as to what happened was it's a mental thing. The same thing that happened when we choked against Louisville. Our player comes out and says, "Well, we thought we had that game at halftime. We thought we had it won." You'd think they would learn from that. Like he admitted that. He admitted that in the press conference.
That's oof.
It's
Yeah.
bad. The Achilles heel of this team is the defense.
And
For some reason, it has fallen off so badly from last year. Last year, our defense carried us in games. Our offense was atrocious. This year, it's swapped. We have one of the worst defenses in the country. We did lose a lot of players to the draft last year, so that's kind of what I'm looking at for why the defense is so bad. In fact, after last week's performance, we demoted our defensive coordinator.
you transitioned right into what my next question was, and I was going to ask you, do you think it was a good idea to demote your DC 5 games into the season? Because some
Yeah,
Canes fans may or may not know that happened.
right. Yeah, sorry, I'm like
No, that's
afraid.
perfect. That's
I get
exactly where we were
rolling.
going.
There's just so much that's crazy with this team right now. You know, but look, I mean,
Now, to be fair, the new DC was the co-DC and linebackers coach, right? And I'm pretty sure,
yeah,
I don't know his details, but you went from Thacker to, what's his name? Shearer?
Kevin
Shearer?
Scherer,
Yeah.
he's been in the business for a long time, and I think he was last defensive coordinator for the Giants. Got fired, and he was sitting at home, and we got him at home, so he wasn't planned on being the DC. Look, if I had to guess, I would say that it probably doesn't work out. Coach Key said it's not a knee-jerk reaction, but that's what it seems like to me. It seems like a knee-jerk reaction. I mean, you retain Andrew Thacker from last year, which, look, that wasn't a bad move. It's what I would have done. As soon as Jeff Collins was fired, the defense turned around 180. It was night and day. The defense carried us through games, like I said, and they won us several games. But so keep retaining Andrew Thacker wasn't a bad idea. It's just, man, they've been bad this year.
Is there a position group or maybe an area that you think that Georgia Tech does have an advantage over Miami in this game? Take your time.
I'm glad you asked. Now this is gonna ruffle some feathers.
Uh-oh.
Okay? This is gonna ruffle.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Quarterback. Okay. Hey. Haynes King is him. I don't know what else to say. Hey, TVD, give him respect. Haynes King is him. That's all I can say.
All I have to say is when you factor in Miami's defensive line, it's pretty hard to throw a football when you're laying flat on your back.
Hey, one sack given. Okay, until the Bowling Green game, one sack given up all year. All right, one sack given up all year. Haynes King is not only elusive, but does have a good O-line protecting him. And so Haynes King, it is what he is. He's got ice in his veins. He has thrown some absolute dots, and he's great under pressure. You can't shake him. You can't shake him no matter what. And another thing, he's got a little bit of experience beating Miami.
I'm gonna make a recommendation. This might be the one video you don't want to read the comments on. You talked about Miami fans being very nice to you. I would recommend staying away from this video.
Hey, you asked, so I gotta bring it.
Okay, all right, fair. I respect it. All right, moving on. Let's get away from that topic and conversation here.
Yeah, let's get away from Georgia Tech winning or doing good at all in this game, because clearly that's a fantasy.
I have a little test for you. I'm going to put you on the spot here, and I don't want you to overthink this. I'm going to show you something, and I want you to tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
All right.
Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Super Mario! Wahoo!
Okay, we take that. I like to do that to people, put them on the spot, and get what their first impression is of Mario Cristobal. And usually people say negative, so...
I'll tell you what he's going to sound like this Saturday is, Mamma Mia!
What's one of Georgia Tech's biggest weaknesses? What's the Yellow Jackets' kryptonite?
Where to start?
Spill the beans, Sea-Dog.
Where to start?
I'm going to send this video to Mario Cristobal and the staff tomorrow afternoon, so...
Look, Mario Cristobal and the staff they could drop 50 in their sleep, okay? The defense is clearly atrocious, all of it. Throughout the year, before the Bowling Green game, the focus was on the D-line. The D-line, up until the Wake Forest game, was getting no pressure. They were getting stood up. Wide open holes from the offensive line for running back or quarterback to run through. It was bad. So I really doubt we get any pressure whatsoever. Our linebackers are not, they haven't stepped up into the roles. We had an amazing linebacker duo last year. They graduated, and we haven't had the guys under them step up in a meaningful way. They're constantly out of position, confused.
They're missing a lot of tackles too, man.
Missing tackles. That wasn't a problem last year. It wasn't. That's new. And like I said, it's got to be a mindset thing. I think it's mental, because I've seen these same players. But, like, for example, one position on the defense that we didn't lose a lot of players, we were actually great at safety last year. We had LaMiles Brooks and Clayton Powell-Lee, and they were an incredible duo. And this year, for whatever reason, they just have not lived up to the billing. I don't know what it is, but they've regressed bad. So pretty much the entirety of our defense. And then offense, like I said, still figuring things out there. We do have a good offense, but one thing that has been consistently bad with the offense is, for whatever reason, they don't show up in the third quarter and for half of the fourth quarter.
What would you say, if you could pinpoint one thing specifically that would scare you most about this Miami team?
Probably running. You'd probably be able to run all over us.
Miami's been very successful on the ground. Yeah.
We have a bad run defense.
Okay.
So you'll probably average like over 5 yards a carry. You'll probably average 7 or 8 yards a carry this game, and it's frustrating to watch that.
I'm gonna break the ice here, and I want you to know that you don't have to give numbers. If you want to give like a win or loss, that would be cool, but I'm not gonna pressure you to do that. I have 34-20. Because I do feel like Georgia Tech is capable of putting up some points. A lot of Miami fans don't agree with that. But really what I got backlash for was the 34. But I'm kind of expecting Miami has the potential to put up way more points than this, obviously. You see their points per game average so far this season and the teams that they played. But I expect Miami to ground and pound a lot in this one, because I think they do see success on the ground. And unless every single run is explosive, it could chew up a lot of the clock, and it could potentially be a slightly lower scoring game for Miami. But I might be eating those words, Sunday morning at 12:01. But I've got Miami victory 34-20. I'm going to let you approach this however you want to.
Yeah. So if I had to guess, I would probably say that Miami scores a minimum of 40 points on our defense. It's just bad. The question will be, is our offense, will it be able to keep up? But like I said, it's in its baby stages. And this is assuming we play our best game, okay? Well, we've seen our defense play good once. And it's so, but listen, I know that probably a lot of Miami fans are expecting a blowout, and you very well you could see that this weekend. Don't feel bad if you don't. This Georgia Tech team is extremely bipolar. We have talented players. We have a good offense. We have a defense may or may not show up. So don't feel bad if you win this close, or if it's close at halftime, or if you don't put up 60 on us. It's not a sign of anything bad. It's just this team, whatever it is so unexplainable. I'm trying my best really
I
here
like I like the bipolar.
to explain it to you.
That's a
It
good
is.
way. Good way to
It's
put it.
bipolar. It's bipolar. It's ridiculous. And one thing about Brent Key teams that I've noticed so far, it's consistent, is we play horrible at home. And we play really good on the road, and particularly Brent Key is good at upsetting ranked teams on the road, ACC teams. So last year he beat Pitt; they were ranked on the road, and North Carolina ranked on the road. And then we beat Wake Forest. I don't think they were ranked at the time, but they were undefeated, and it was on the road this year. He specializes in it, whatever for this reason, for whatever reason. So, you know, it is what it is. My question, look, I think we lose this game. My question is, what team do I see? I'm still trying to figure this out myself. Do we completely cash it in, or do we kind of remain how we have been and show up when we don't show it up? So I really don't see us winning. That's like the third option, I guess. I think that's the least likely option, just to be honest. So it could get ugly. It could get really ugly if this team is cashed it in. But if not, I could see something, probably, if it's a competitive game, I could probably see something like 42 to 34, 37, something like that. Like, this
Okay.
offense can score, but it's just so impossible. Don't bet on this game. Whatever you do, I'm begging you.
I released my parlay picks video today, and I stayed away from this game.
Don't
I'm
do
not
it.
touching it.
Just don't. Just don't. Just don't.
And it
Okay. I've
is.
watched this
It's
team.
8 p.m. kickoff. Miami's doing the blackout. All the fans have been advised to wear black. They're finally debuting the Miami Knights. Players are going to be super excited and hyped up. But there's a portion of Miami fans that believe that, other than the 2017 game, that the alternate uniforms for Miami curses the team.
Well, if it tells you,
So,
Georgia Tech wore our blackout uniforms last week too. So
oh, I
yeah,
forgot about that.
yeah. So hey, obviously it would be advantageous for me for that to be the case, but if in my opinion, you could probably beat us wearing potato sacks.
Woo, okay.
I really would not come on here and be so sad and downtrodden, but how can I have any confidence after that performance last week? I've got good things to say from the previous games, but I'm so defeated.
Yeah, I told you guys, you got to give. Look, we're gonna talk some trash, all right, Sea Dog. You know it's coming. You know people are gonna be tearing you up in the comment section,
Yeah.
and we're gonna throw some shots. But I do have to give you some props and respect. Miami fans hate when I do this, when I bring guests on. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. But like I said, I almost felt bad in a way. I was like, guys, I almost wanted to message Sea Dog and be like, if you want to cancel, I kind of, sort of alluded to that, I guess, in my message today that I sent you. But if you want to cancel, it's okay. Like, I understand something came up, but here you are, showing your face. You don't run, you don't hide. That's my motto. Win or lose, still here, and I respect that you rep your squad.
You got to do it. We got to do it, man. And they really don't make it easy on me. They don't make it easy on me, but I just tell myself every time. I'll just tell myself, like, Win, lose, or tie, I'm gonna yell at Jackie till I die.
There you
So.
go. Hey, all right, man. Dog, you guys go show him some love. Don't be afraid to talk some trash, though, in the comment section below. It's what makes college football fun. I'm going to hit him with one of these. I don't expect Dog to do the same. Does Georgia Tech have some kind of thing?
Yeah, right there it is.
Oh!
Right there it is.
Oh, wait a minute! Oh! Woo!
That's
Okay.
our thing right there.
Okay. All right. Hey, Dog, it's been fun. I appreciate you, bro.
And Haynes King is 10 times the quarterback that TVD is.
Let's go.